Mental health challenges have never been as prevalent as they are today. The COVID pandemic really took a toll on millions of people's mental health, including myself.
Mental health, and there's a new study that's now suggesting that impact is huge.
We really saw what isolation can do to one's mental well-being.
They often feel isolated.
But let's take this in a different direction. Are there ways that we can actually improve our mental health? Are there self-care strategies that we can actually implement to empower us to deal with those mental health challenges so that we can improve our overall mental well-being? One strategy I used was journaling. Journaling really allowed me to see who I am, and it really allowed me to figure out what my values are. So I've been journaling for 6 months now. And what I discovered is journaling is a skill. Just like any other skill, you have to put the reps in. I used to journal in a very, very superficial manner because I just didn't know how to do it. Until I finally read a book called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. This book really showed me how to journal and how to clear up my thoughts and really discover who I am as a person. All thanks to the Roman Emperor, the reflective Roman Emperor, Marcus Aurelius. And I love that book because it really shows you a conversational style where you can see Marcus Aurelius' inner thoughts and how he kind of converts those thoughts into writing and kind of journals about them. So what I learned from his journaling method is there are 5 aspects to it. So let's go over all 5 of them. Principle number 1 is self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius often used journaling to examine his own thoughts, feelings, and his actions towards personal development. He often said, "Spend no time arguing what a good man should be, and just be one." We often see Marcus Aurelius striving towards his own standards and virtues instead of being involved in criticisms or debates. What I got from this was self-reflection in my own life. I used to always talk about my actions, where I would be very objective with my journaling, where I would say things like, I meditated for 10 minutes today. I got my 10 pages of reading done today. However, with Marcus Aurelius's journaling method, I added another layer of talking about my thoughts and my feelings. So firstly, I started talking about my feelings. How did the 10 pages of reading make me feel? And I often felt really proud because I was not known as a reader before. So incorporating that was difficult. And when I did it, it always made me feel proud. I often felt really happy as well because I was moving towards a right direction in my self-improvement journey. Principle number 2 is Stoic principles. Marcus Aurelius often used Stoic philosophy and virtues such as wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice in his journaling. He often said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." So this reflects the Stoic principle of what's in your control and not paying attention to what's not. This principle was truly very powerful for me. It allowed me to build my internal locus of control. I have ADHD, and before, when I used to have slip-ups, I used to just blame my ADHD and myself. I used to say that, why can't I be like other people? Why can't I be normal? Why did I have to be grown up with a neurodevelopmental disorder? However, as I started journaling more and clearing up my thoughts, I started going away from this self-blame culture and started really focusing on ways that I can improve my symptoms. And one of them was meditation. One of them was journaling. And all of these really helped empower me to manage my symptoms a lot better. I do have slip-ups still. However, it's a lot better now. I don't blame myself and I try to just find ways to get better at it. Principle number 3 is moral and ethical reflection. You often see Marcus Aurelius journaling about what is right and what is wrong, and also the human condition. He usually said, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly." What resonated with me here was not the good and the evil stuff, because I already have clear guidelines to what I believe is good and what is evil, and obviously there's gray areas where you can journal and reflect and research and find out what's the best course of action. However, the quote really resonated with me. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Take what's left and live it properly. So take what's remaining and live it properly. That really resonated with me because it pushed me to recognize that time is a limited resource. We don't have unlimited time. And it's very important to do what you want to do and what you're supposed to do. What really resonated with me from that quote is making a life that I love. So create your own life that you really love. And obviously you cannot change everything about your life, but try to do your best to strive towards creating a life that you love. And this really allowed me to stay in the moment more and be present and enjoy the moments instead of being super future-oriented or past-oriented. Concept number 4 is mindfulness and presence. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the importance of being present And also accepting things you cannot change. What I implemented here is gratitude journaling. So I started talking about things that I'm grateful for at the beginning or end of the day, and this creates a positive momentum towards appreciation and also mindfulness of others around me. In addition to meditating to increase my ability to be present, I also started journaling about places where I felt like I was distracted. So for instance, if I'm with family today, what kind of prevented me from being present with them? And usually the biggest culprit is my phone. So I found ways to not let it distract me. And first I tried to put it on Do Not Disturb, but it still was there. So with behaviors, I would still end up using it. So I think the best thing that I started doing was actually putting my phone completely away. So when I'm with family, I started putting my phone in my room. If I'm at work, I started putting it in my bag. And I think just having it not visible to me, that was the biggest game changer to stay in the present. Concept number 5 is ethical reflections. So you can actually use your journal to talk about your decisions you made and also about your values and how those values led to your actions. One of the quotes that I love from Marcus Aurelius' journals about ethical reflections is, "Do good, and this is how your mind will repay you, with peace." I love that idea about doing good and how it leads to peace in the mind, because I work in the healthcare field, and being a registered nurse, there's a lot of times where you can be overwhelmed with stress. But just that idea of just being good, being there to help people, being present with them, and then, making a difference at the end of the day where you can come home and you said, yes, I made a difference today. That is the best form of peace for myself. And I think this kind of reiterated that. It allowed me to just continue doing good, helping others as much as I can, which is also what this channel is about. And yeah, let's start improving together, getting more focused together, and continue journaling together. So, by journaling in the manner of Marcus Aurelius, you can cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself, enhance your resilience, and live a more virtuous and fulfilling life. So if you like that video, please hit that subscribe button and also share it with your friends and family who would also appreciate this kind of video. And let's continue growing together and also getting more focused together.